かの魔人を欺くためのこれが私の久しいなネズミ。
Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Bungo Stray Dogs Season 3 Episode 12. Yes, Echo. And last episode, we met Natsume Sensei, the one that's behind the creation, well, the one that's behind Fukuzawa creating the agency, Mori joining the Power Mafia, becoming the head of the Power Mafia, and the government agency people, he's behind all of that. And he was the cat that's always with what's her name, I'm forgetting her name. And yeah, he also saved what's his name, Katai. He also saved Katai. They made Fyodor believe that Fukuzawa and Mori might possibly be dead because of an explosion that they created to sort of like mask their living status now. And now you have Asushi and Akutagawa working with Dazai and Kunikida, of course, infiltrate where Fyodor was to try to catch the ability guy that's behind the cannibalism stuff. And the guy revealed himself. He shot at Fukuzawa, and Fukuzawa now starts with the cannibalism stuff. So now they really need to find this dude. Why am I doing this so now? Like they really needed to find him even before then. But yeah, they really need to find this person, man, and capture him and get him to Dazai and stop all this stuff so that Fyodor doesn't win. Now, I'm like, at one point in the episode, they showed Fyodor communicating with a person working in the Power Mafia. That person is sort of like giving him information and everything. And he brought the person up. The person told him that, both Fukuzawa and Mori were in an explosion and everything. But now I'm asking myself, does Fyodor actually have a clue that he's being like, is he in the dark? Is Natsume Sensei's plan working, or is Fyodor anticipating that happening? Does he know that it's happening, that they're trying to make him believe that, those two are probably dead or something or other like that? Like, I don't know. I mean, the guy is smart, so I don't know. But yeah, I guess we'll see. So that's what happened last episode. And before we get into this one, if you guys have my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting my Patreon at patreon.com/feeling. And now let's start this episode, and here we go. I'm not too sure, but I feel like it feels like a finale kind of episodes. Let me see. Yep. So season 4 is coming next. I just looked at my notes and I wrote Ivan because last episode I was like, okay, when they showed that person Ivan, I'm like, who's that? He looks familiar, but I can't just place him. So in the during the reaction, I was like, it was that Rondo, But I looked up Rondo. Rondo had black hair. So I'm like, okay, that's not him. And in the back of my mind, even though I didn't say it, I was thinking about, what's his name? Shibusawa. I think that was his name. During the Dead Apple movie, because he had white hair, But he was defeated in that movie as well. And so I'm like, how would he be here if he was, So it's like, I feel like I've seen him before. I just don't remember. Have I seen him before? When he started speaking, I'm like, I haven't heard this voice before. But, like, I don't know. But clearly it's a different character from those two, And he worships Fyodor, I guess. He said that Fyodor removed his ability to feel pain? Oh, grief. I'm like, what? Okay, when he said that, I'm like, huh? And then I was thinking, like, the bandages around his head. Is it talking about like an actual operation on his brain to remove the part of the brain that feels grief or something or other like that. Is that what happened? Because I'm like, what the heck? There was so many like mind blowing moments in this episode. Like the part where Asushi became sort of like the embodiment of both him and Akutagawa's ability. Like that was freaking awesome. I feel like there's something else. Francis working with Dazai. That was another like mind blowing moment. What else? I feel like there was something else. Not like a mind blowing moment, but more like I knew it kind of moment. When Fielder was all thinking that he was talking down on the mafia and the agency, thinking that he thought they would be more formidable opponents or whatever, and then he was leaving the coffee shop or whatever, and then Daza is just like there. I'm like, that's why that's why I was like, this can't be happening. This it doesn't feel okay. You have Dazai's goal, Dazai's role, and with the other agency people was to find Fyodor, right? So you have Konikida and who else was in the chapter? Konikida, somebody else, not Konikida. Tanizaki and somebody else. Oh, I think it was was it Kenji? I don't know, but two people were in the helicopter and they were like surveying the environment and stuff. Then at first they were like, okay, we see these group of cars or something or other like that. It's like, it's not them, ignore them. We see these people, he's like, ignore them. We see these people, he's like, ignore them. And each time they will be asking like, are you sure? And he'll be like, yes, because it will be something that I will do. So each time he kept saying that, I'm thinking, okay, Fyodor is smart, just like Dazai is smart. If Dazai knows that, okay, I mean, if Fyodor knows that this is something that Dazai would do, then he could, actually be one of those people that Dazai was saying, ignore them, because he knows that Dazai will be thinking that that's what I would do, so ignore it, something along those lines. So I'm like, at the end there, after the ability was gone and everything, and they were where they thought Fyodor was, in that little, where I thought he was too, in that little room with the radio with the music playing and everything, and he wasn't there, and you see the shocked expression on Dazai's face, and then you cut to Fyodor in the coffee shop and him, talking down on the others and him telling himself that I guess I will earn them in the next move that I'll make or something or other like that. And I'm like, some told me that Dazai will be there, especially as he was walking out of the coffee shop. I'm like, Dazai is gonna be there. He has to be there. Like, this guy can't just, slip out of our fingers or something or other like that. And then he was there, and the shocked expression. Now I'm wondering. Now I'm even wondering if that shocked expression on Fyodor's face is even real. Like, we just saw Dazai when they said that he wasn't there or something or other like that. We saw the shocked expression on Dazai's face. And then he shows up at the coffee shop. So now I'm wondering, that shocked expression on Fyodor's face, is that even real? Or is he just playing along? Like, did he sort of like anticipate it? He shouldn't have anticipated it, right? I don't know. This is what happens when you are dealing with smart people. Like, people with high IQs that are planning stuff like a million steps ahead. Like, you don't really know if what they're saying or doing or expressing is the actual thing that they're feeling. So it's like, I don't know, I'm just confused. I'm just gonna assume that he didn't actually see that happening. He was actually shocked. I mean, I was shocked, man. I completely forgot about Francis. Yes, we saw him trying to reignite his guild or whatever, him acquiring the eyes of God, the company and everything. But it was just during that one episode, and we haven't seen Francis throughout the rest of this season. And then Dazai shows up there, and Dazai's like, "Do you want to know how I found you, right?" And then they pan to Francis. I'm like, "What the freak?" Okay, now that I'm thinking about it, was that shocked expression that Dazai had when they didn't find Fyodor where they thought he was gonna be, could have been genuine, right? I mean, they might not have found him there, but then he could have contacted Francis after they didn't find Fyodor there to use, so that he can use the eyes of God to find Fyodor, right? I don't know. But either way, they found him. And then Uncle showed up. And they were like, we're about to capture this dude, this person. What first went through my head was that the person that was approaching Fyodor to put the cuffs on him or whatever, that he might have been working for Fyodor and we just didn't know about it until the guy died. That's why I was like, don't touch him! And then he died. So it's like, when he died, right then and there, and then Uncle is like, don't do anything or something or other like that. I'm like, guys, just shoot him dead. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, if you guys can't touch him and put cuffs on him, how are you supposed to, like, this guy is smart. He's gonna find another way to escape or something, That's what I'm thinking. So it's like, is this really the end of your door? I don't think so. And Dazai is even saying that he doesn't really know what his ability is, telling Asushi that. So it's like, I don't think we're done with Fyodor. So, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. They were going back to Asushi and Akutagawa. They were, of course, running after the guy with the ability, right? So they were going after him, and he called this Ivan person, telling them, what's going on and everything. And as he was about to hang up, he's like, I'll see you on the surface. So I was confused there at first about who he was actually talking about meeting the seeing at the surface. If it was Ivan or if it was gonna be, if it was Asushi and Akutagawa, because they were just like right behind him, another car. But it turns out to be Ivan. When they came out of the cave, and then there was this giant hand that just punched Asushi and Akutagawa's train tracks or whatever, and then they fell, and then the guy just kept running away, So it was Ivan, and then Ivan's ability is to control, I guess, the earth there, and they were having trouble dealing with him, Akutagawa and Asushi. So they were like, are you thinking what I'm thinking? And he's like, oh, well, how many times have we tried to kill each other? So that was Akutagawa first. How many times have we tried to kill each other? So of course he knows what he's thinking. And then he was using Akutagawa's cloths and everything to sort of like jump around, going fast, so that this guy doesn't see him. And then at that one point where he used himself as bait, he's like, gotcha! And then punched him or whatever. And I'm like, what do anime characters do that? Like, do that? Why do they do that? You have a sound plan, In this particular case, he was using himself as bait, so I guess I can understand that, And then Akutagawa has to, and then the thing, Ivan, who turns out to be a golem or whatever. But in that particular moment, I didn't know that. So I'm like, why do characters do that? you have a sound plan about how to um, catch or defeat a character or something, and then you announce yourself right before you attack the person. I'm like, why do you do that? Doesn't make any sense. But I guess that's an anime trope that's never gonna go away. So he did that, and then the real Ivan showed up, and then he sort of like he trapped them in this sort of, I'm saying quicksand because they're plunging in there, and the guy can control the ground and everything. That's what I'm calling it, quicksand, but it doesn't look like a quicksand. I don't know what that is, but they were going down there, and then Akutagawa just asked. He's like, okay, I know one way how we can get out of this, but I need you to answer the one question that I asked you. Why do you keep fighting and everything? And it's basically for him to learn the right to live. And then Akutagawa is like, the guy is dead, so why do you he's like, oh no, he's not dead, he keeps living in my mind and everything. And yeah, then Akutagawa was like transferred his everything to him, and it's like, it was so cool the way he was dressed and all that. To tell you the truth, I'm not completely sure that I understood how, like, Kutaga was saying it, but I'm like, I need to go back and reread it again to fully grasp how this new version of of Asushi is basically sort of like immune to physical and like ability attacks or something or other. I feel like that's what Akutagawa said. I might be wrong, but yeah. When I'm editing this reaction, I'm sure when I come back to that particular moment, I'm gonna read properly so I can fully understand how it worked. But it was really cool to see them, like, to see him embody both his own ability and Akutagawa's ability. That was really cool. So they defeated Ivan, and then they show the person that has the ability just like running away and feeling proud of himself. That telling himself that Fyodor and the others are just like entertainment for him. That weak people always live or something. Or I don't know what the heck he was saying. He was about to run out of, was it, okay, whatever. Yes. When he was about to get out, into the sun and everything. I'm thinking. I knew that at first I said I was thinking it either way that Dazai was gonna be there, but then I remember Dazai was in his own space somewhere there, and then guiding the others. So we didn't see Kunikida, so I was thinking, oh, was it Kunikida and Tanizaki that were in the plane, like helicopter? I don't know, man, but. In my mind, we haven't seen Kunikida yet, so I'm thinking, okay, Kunikida's gonna be out there just waiting for him. But no, that was another like mind-blowing moment, seeing both Mori, Fukuzawa, like the mafia and the agency, just like out there just waiting for this guy to show up. And then the guy's like, what did he say? What are you gonna do to make it up to us? And he's like, I don't know, but the guy was like, I apologize, please forgive me or something or other like that. And when they were like, okay, that's good enough, I'm like, no, it's not good enough. And then they both punched him. That was so, I love this man. I love it. So the ability is gone. Both of them are okay. Natsume Sensei did his thing, because that's what they said last episode. Like each time there's some sort of calamity, something that's about to happen or whatnot, the cat disappears and then everything gets resolved. So it's like it got resolved this episode as well. So I'm like, oh, I'm so happy. Okay, and then they were having a party for Fukuzawa, and then Asushi went outside, and Dazai was there with this look on his face, and then Dazai asked Asushi, how it was, how it was working with Bakutagawa, and he's like, I don't ever want to do it again because both of us are not compatible. You know, when he said that, I couldn't help. Oh, I forgot that moment as well, where Kutagawa was using Asushi as a horse. And he was saying you're not comfortable to ride. I don't know, you are not a comfortable ride or something. I don't know. But either way, when Asushi was saying that he didn't want to work with him ever again and that they are not compatible or something or other like that, I couldn't help but make a comparison in my mind between them and Dazai and Chuya, because it's like basically the same thing. They always like be like no, that's not the word I'm looking. They always argue, I guess, between themselves and everything, but then they work well together. Like Asushi and Akuzawa worked well this episode. Like they were awesome. So it's like, yeah, they'll always be good. They're always sort of like at each other's throats and whatnot, but then they still work well together. So I couldn't help but make the comparison between these two and Dazai and Chuya, you know. So then he was like, does that ask what did Akutagawa say or something? I don't know. But Akuta was like, I'm gonna kill you in 6 months. I'm like, huh? Why? Because what Asushi beat him before? Because he doesn't like him? Or he feels that like until he beats him he's not, since Akutagawa equates like winning with strength, and the fact that he hasn't actually won against Asushi, is that why he's like, I'm gonna kill you in 6 months? First of all, why are you giving him 6 months? Why not like right now? What, because like he doesn't feel like he's strong enough to defeat him or something? I don't know, but either way, Asushi is like, okay, but you're not gonna kill anybody in those 6 months. I guess because it's like weakness and strength are not what you think they are, something or other like that. And yeah, Akutagawa's thinking of, you know, being stronger than someone is like physical ability, I guess, like killing someone and winning with someone, that's strength, and that's not really it, you know. But I don't know, yeah, I guess he's trying to teach him something. So during those 6 months, he was saying he was gonna have Kunikida train him. I'm like, woo, that would be super awesome. Like Asushi being able to control his ability even better, and then to have Kunikida's fighting skills, martial arts skills added to that would be super cool to see. Aww. I can't wait, man. I love this episode. I loved it. Thank you guys for watching. And if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe. And if you want to see my reaction to season 4, episode 1, you can do so by checking out my Patreon at patreon.com/FiliMini. And you can also see the full link for this reaction there as well. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Body bow, do your toe, you are my special, we're special, we're special.